Students, in this presentation, let's take next device as a turbine and apply SFE to that. Okay, here I have written the objective of the turbine. A turbine is a rotary steady state machine whose purpose is to produce shaft work at the expense of the pressure of the working fluid. Now there are two classes of turbines. One is steam turbine, another is gas turbine. We are analyzing on the steam turbine and not on the gas turbine in the present context. Now here I have shown you one cycle which is called as Rankine cycle, just to show the location of the turbine. Now many times I have used this particular cycle, you might have observed. Now here in this cycle, steam from the boiler at different quality or required quality you can say enters into the steam turbine and then passes onto the condenser, get condensed and then pumped back to the boiler to complete. Let's take up an example on the turbine. Now here I have given you the statement. The mass rate of flow into the steam turbine is 1.5 kg per second and the heat transfer from the turbine is 8.5 kilowatt. The following data are known for the steam entering and leaving the turbine. Determine the power output of the turbine. Now here I have given you this particular table. Note down all the values in the table as they are, where the pressure of steam at the inlet of the turbine is 2 megapascal and at the exit of the turbine is 0.1 megapascal. Whereas temperature at the inlet of the turbine is 350 degrees Celsius. Quality at the exit of the turbine is 100%. That means it is saturated vapor at the exit. Velocity of steam at the inlet is 50 meters per second and at the exit is 100 meters per second. Elevation above reference plane. At the inlet, the steam enters the turbine at 6 meters and leaves the turbine at 3 meters from a common reference plane. And the value of G is given as a standard 9.8 meter per second square. Here is the solution. Now here I have given the data and sketch in this particular form. You can read that. So this is the turbine, inlet to the turbine, exit to the turbine, work flow rate from the turbine, heat transfer from the turbine. It is given that it is 8.5 kilowatt and since heat is lost from the turbine, so it is negative. Now other data I have mentioned here as mass flow rate is 1.5 kg per second, pressure 2 megapascal, temperature 350 degrees Celsius, velocity 50 meters per second, elevation at inlet is 6 meters. That is, from this particular reference, the elevation of steam at the inlet is 6 meters. Similarly, the value of ZE, that is elevation of steam at the exit from the reference, is 3 meters. Mass flow rate at the exit is as equal to inlet because we are working on a SFE. Pressure of steam at the exit 0.1 megapascal. Its dryness fraction is given 100%, that is saturated vapor. Its velocity at the exit is given 100 meters per second. If we go back to the analysis, we can write the first law applied to turbine. So the equation is this, what we are using. All the terms are available here. Okay. Now the solution is, from the steam tables, the value of enthalpy at the inlet is calculated based on the pressure and temperature. Remember again, identifying the phase at inlet and exit is most important. So at the inlet, considering these two values, we can find the phase of the steam as superheated. Hence, from the superheated table, we can calculate the value of enthalpy as HI is equal to 3137.0 kilojoule per kg. Now substituting all the inlet conditions, it gives. So here I will be taking only these conditions. HI is known, VI square by 2. I'll be calculating this as 50 into 50, as VI is 50 meters per second. 2 into 1000. Again 1000 is to convert this meter square per second square into kilojoule per kg, and the value is obtained as 1.25 kilojoule per kg. Similarly, the potential energy at the inlet Zi, the value of G is mentioned, Zi is 6, again by 1000 is to convert meter square per second square into kilojoule per kg. Similarly, the values of the steam at the exit are to be calculated. So the value of HE is calculated after calculating or knowing the steam as saturated vapor, and at a pressure of 0.1 megapascal the enthalpy is obtained. Similarly, substituting kinetic energy and potential energy, their corresponding values are obtained as shown in the box. Therefore, substituting all these values into the first law equation, we obtain minus 8.5, because Q dot CV is minus 8.5 kilowatt, plus mass flow rate is 1.5, and the bracket terms, enthalpy of the steam at the inlet is 3137, plus VI square by 2 is 1.25, plus ZZI at the inlet is 0.059. Similarly, all the terms on the other side, where the only unknown term is work rate. Hence, the work transfer rate is calculated to be 678.2 kilowatt. So this is the final answer. One more thing to be noted down here is, in many of the numericals, we have straight away neglected the kinetic and potential energies. Now here we have considered those values, since they have given the velocity, elevation at the inlet, and similarly velocity and elevation at the exit. Just look at those values after substituting those velocities and elevation into the equation. It is just 1.25 kilojoule per kg as compared to 3000 odd value of enthalpy of steam. So compared to this, we can say that these two values are negligible. Okay. Similarly, at the exit, you can see that compared to 2675, the kinetic energy is just 5 kilojoule per kg and potential energy is too less, negligible. Hence, in many of the applications, we neglect these two parameters, and that will not affect our final answer. But if those values are given, we need to consider those two values into the main equation and then find the remaining term, either work rate or heat transfer rate. So this is the final solution.